Good evening, y'all. Welcome to another edition of the S.O.B Sports Report, Talking S. I'm Nick.
I'm Manny.
Thank you guys so much for joining us for another episode. Let's get right on rolling into it.
All right, on to important news. And yes, this is very important. We could be talking about Luka's game winner on Sunday. We can be talking about the Lakers dominating the Blazers. But instead, we're talking about an unpressing matter that's way more important than what NBA is about right now. So, there was a man named Jacob Blake who was unfairly unshot in the back 7 times by police officers. The NBA players have took it upon themselves to protest, to postpone the playoffs. I think this is the right decision.
Alrighty, y'all. So with everything that's going on, we understand you probably have more pressing matters to get to, so we're going to keep this episode short and sweet for everyone. Manny, how are we looking for our NHL picks?
Well, my NHL pick is actually looking pretty good right now. They're tied 1-1 against the Canucks. By the way, I picked the Golden Knights to go all the way. Yeah. But I'm also looking at another series. The Dallas Stars are up 2-0 against the Colorado Avalanche.
Well, if you've been tuning into previous episodes, as you know, we all know that I chose the Avalanche to go all the way. But looking at the other series that I also picked as well, you have the New York Islanders playing against the Philadelphia Flyers. They went to an overtime game yesterday. The Flyers did win 4-3, but it went to the series to make it 1-1. Looking at everything that they have, I have strong faith that the New York Islanders are going to pull it out. We'll see how everything goes. Tune in next week for our episode, and we'll see how our picks are looking.
I hate both cities.
Alrighty, y'all. So for those that have been following us week by week, as you guys know, we cover a different NFL division every single week. This week, it's the NFC and the AFC North. So no surprise here. My team is going to win the AFC North.
Shocker.
You have the Baltimore Ravens, led by Lamar Jackson. You have the Bulldozer and Mark Ingram. You have Hollywood Brown, a receiver that added 23 pounds this offseason, supposedly. A stacked offensive line with Orlando Brown and Ronnie Stanley. And then looking onto their defensive line, they have Calais Campbell and Derek Wolfe. Hey, you're sleeper free agent of the offseason. How about it, right?
Gonna be beast.
Their defensive line was already formidable enough. And they have a 3-headed monster at cornerback. You have Tavon Young, you have Marcus Peters, who is a ball hawk and a touchdown machine, and then you have Marlon Humphreys as well. Who are you thinking?
Well, see, I'm gonna pick the sleeper for your division. The sleeper's gonna be the Cleveland Browns.
Ugh.
I know it's weird to say, but you said sleeper, and the Bengals are too young, and I'm a big Baker Mayfield fan. See, I loved him in Oklahoma. This is his prove it here. Am I going to get rookie Baker Mayfield or am I going to get sophomore Baker Mayfield? We don't know. I mean, they added Austin Hooper as a security blanket.
What about David Njoku?
This is going to be his prove it year. This is third year, so let's see if he's worth re-signing.
Okay.
And then Odell Beckham is going to be healthy this year because of his hip finally being fixed. Offensive line is solid as always. The one thing Cleveland gets right. And honestly, that's the only thing Cleveland has ever gotten right. Joe Thomas, you deserve better. All right. So for the NFC North, for the best team, I'm going to pick the Chicago Bears. They have a great monster of a defense. Eddie Jackson, great safety. Ball hawk, can go all over the field. Khalil Mack, enough said. And the addition of, and yes, I'm a super fan of this man, even though he's a dirty Eagle at heart, Big Dick Nick.
So, moving on for me, the NFC North sleeper team, the Minnesota Vikings. You have Kirk Cousins, who I'm a big believer in as well. Justin Jefferson, the first-round pick at LSU, to go along as the second receiver to Adam Thielen. And then looking at their linebacking core, of course, you have Eric Kendricks, you have Anthony Barr, you have Eric Wilson. And their defensive back core, man, that is just shit. It's unfair. Multiple first-round picks at cornerback. You have Anthony Harris and Harrison Smith at safety.
Well, yeah, that one's great. They're
Great.
great.
So I would definitely say for the sleepers here, and in my opinion, if you're asking me, the best team this year in the NFC North, definitely the Minnesota Vikings. So be on the lookout for them, even with the loss of Stephon Diggs.
Would you really count them as a sleeper since they were like the favorite last year, but only came 2 games short?
I would bet money that the favorite coming into the season would be the Green Bay Packers. All right, so a bunch of fun fights coming up now. You have Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa. You're going to have Paulo Costa coming like a madman, a berserker coming for Israel Adesanya's head. I have strong faith in Israel Adesanya to see him knock out Robert Whittaker the way he did with his feet planted, all hips. Best counter striker, if not the best striker in the game. So looking at it, I have Israel Adesanya taking Paulo Costa. Then you have Justin Gaethje versus Khabib a month after that. It's a rumor that Tony Ferguson and Dustin Poirier are also going to co-main event that card. As well on that card, you have Robert Whittaker and Jared Cannonier. And then you have Alexander Volkov versus Walt Harris. That UFC 254 card is going to be fucking nuts. Going to be stacked. Speaking of nuts, by the way, you see Jose Alvarez get hit in the nuts with the 105-mile-an-hour line drive?
Oh, fuck. And he still got the batter out. That's the impressive part. He got the batter out. I mean, have the whereabout to even know where to throw the ball. Ouch.
Yeah, he ended up with a testicular contusion from it. He's out a minimum of 4 weeks. 2 weeks recovery time, 2 weeks more build-up and preparation time, so it's a minimum of 4 weeks.
Lucky, though. He could have lost a nut.
Yeah, lucky, man. At least he's not Lance Armstrong in it.
Oh, Nick, I got some fun news for you. Earl Thomas, right? Yeah. So this man ran a train on a girl with his brother. That's fun, right? No, it's not. That girl must have been really, really screwing with his head, because he got cut by the Baltimore Ravens for fighting with another teammate. And now he's in danger of losing $10 million. Wow.
Speaking of millions of dollars, looking onto the XFL. You had Vince McMahon picking up the XFL for $200 million with his investment group as well. They filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and now they're looking at settling for the XFL for selling it to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and the Redbird Capital Group for $15 million.
Holy shit.
Hear me out here. In a 5-game suspended season, the XFL last year grossed $20 million, with a projected $46 million possibly on the line. With them possibly grossing that and the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson for purchasing only $15 million, sounds like a hell of a flip to me. They averaged 1.9 million average viewers on television last year. Adding the star power of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I see that going up by 500,000.
I say a million.
Definitely. Speaking of star power, what about Lionel Messi?
That's some crazy ass news, Nick.
My man, he wants to go to Manchester. How about it?
Well, he wants to go to untapped market. He wants to try something new.
Hey, when you're that rich and that good looking, you can do what you want.
Keep the beard.
Well, not what you want, but, you know. Alrighty, y'all. So thank you guys for joining us another episode of S.O.B Sports Report Talking S. As always, I'm Nick.
I'm Manny.
Thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, clicking any button you see on ours, even if it's a dislike button. Thanks for all the feedback, both positive and negative. Until next time, we'll see you guys. Thanks again. Semyon Varlamov.
What's with all these complicated European names?
Semyon Varlamov. Because they're fucking hockey players, bro. Bloopers. Yeah. So it's not like a fucking DC movie.
Yeah. I love the dark grittiness of DC.
I love it. Hey, trust me, Watchmen's my shit.
Oh, Nick, I got some fun news for you. Antonio Brown. Wait, sorry. That was last year. This year's Earl Thomas.